Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Not That Complicated. It's Tasia.
Jametra.
Hey Morgan, hey you guys.
Hello, everyone.
Did you drop something over there?
No, my water bottle's right there. I accidentally clinked my wine.
Oh, I'm like, I hear glasses a clank, clank, clanking. Do we have a guest? Like, are you cheersing to someone that we don't know about? Is there a mystery man?
Yeah.
Oh, mind my damn business then.
Right?
Ooh.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Can't relate.
Girl.
Okay, guys, that was a lie.
All of our guests.
Just in case.
You know what?
Just in case.
What's
I mean,
the icebreaker, child?
I wouldn't know what Morgan was getting ready to say, but you know what? I'm gonna shut up. She said something about all of our guests. What do you mean all of? Wait, no. What do you mean by all of our guests?
Because you was like, I know if Jametra had a guest at the job, but I'm gonna shut up, and I was like, all of our guests have been from you.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, she tried me.
I wasn't gonna finish, but you asked me to.
Shots fired. Oh my gosh. Okay, listen.
She asked me, did I or did I not refrain from finishing?
I think that needs to be the theme.
That needs to be the theme.
None of my niggas are allowed. Unless they're married.
None of mine either. That's old. I don't know. That was a different girl back then. Who are those people? I don't know. I should think, what guys have we had on? We only had one.
Two.
The baby daddy don't count. He was just a fucking filler. We needed a guy for that episode. And the other guys flaked on us.
They did.
Because the topic we were talking about was guys.
Oh, Lord. Now you done said all the other guys flaked on us. Now you're going to be like, see, I was always there for you. I held you down.
You remember when Terrence was supposed to be on there too? That would have been somebody that I didn't do. That's Jametra's friend, Terrence.
Yeah. Well, it's not my friend. He's my coworker.
But it was her ex-coworker. Okay, wow. Excuse me, shots fired. Yeah, let's go to the icebreaker.
Well, since we're talking about our craziness in relationships today, this question is about what was the longest relationship you've ever had? How, like the length? What was the time length of the longest relationship you ever had?
2 years and some months.
2 years. It was getting ready. Hold on, wait, no. We started dating in 2015. Yeah, it was 2 years. It was getting ready to be 3 years. I had broken up with him a couple days after Christmas and a couple days before our anniversary.
Mm-hmm. Because I remember your anniversary was New Year's.
Yes. I'm queen of we break up or we're not really together, and that's just my friend. Like, I'm queen of that. I don't know to me. I have never had an anniversary.
I can't breathe. This bitch said.
That's sick. I'm sorry.
We just cool.
Yeah.
We just be talking every day and going on dates.
Right, he just be taking me out, spending money on me.
Oh, well,
you guys don't go on dates?
No.
Come again?
Okay, you're talking about more recently.
Because you just told me that you was going on dates. All right, you guys are hanging out. Oh, I like hanging out with him.
Yeah,
the time.
We do. That's my BFF.
Sound like a date to me.
That is
girl, not as a BFF. Ciao.
Last episode, we said, if you're not gonna be honest, why are you here? And here you are again.
Keep that shit on the playground.
It's a new year. We're supposed to be growing and becoming our most authentic selves.
Okay.
And you're lying.
Listen, I'm trying to be very, very honest here. I've never, seriously. Yes, I have gone out with me. And she's talking about us going to the hookah bar, to the clubs,
I thought y'all went to the igloos. Yeah. Oh, we not talking about the same guy?
Oh,
I don't know.
Let's get some clarity.
I was talking about I forgot what his nickname was that we said on this show.
No.
I was talking about Baller. That's what I was talking about. Didn't y'all go to some igloos?
No, that was
at Ponce.
That was not him. You're talking about like a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna shut the fuck up now. Whoops. You could have put that one in the chat. I would have
Yeah,
shut
it's
up
just
if you would have just said
we
they
go
didn't
we go
listen.
right past this one because we
Yeah,
don't.
that okay. That was somebody who I was dating. He was like, he seriously was never my boyfriend. Like he
Okay.
knew nothing. But I did go out
Dating
on a few dates with him.
exclusively
No,
because that don't make
No,
you
because
their
didn't he pop up
boyfriend.
with a baby mama?
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Like
Okay,
we
but
had literally just met.
just because the exclusively wasn't held up doesn't mean that wasn't the
No,
expectation.
but we weren't exclusive. We had just
Mm-mm.
met. We had just met, and
Okay,
we were literally going on dates.
okay,
Yeah. They were just
So
dating,
that's what I'm
dipping
saying.
and
But he
dabbling.
literally was never my boyfriend. All the other people who could have been considered my boyfriend, they were never my boyfriend, and we also never went on dates. We just hung out and went places.
Did you
okay.
just hear her? They were never dates. We just hung out and went places.
I quit.
So, can someone give me the definition of a date? Because maybe I'm
I feel
missing
like
something.
to be a date, you have to be asked on a date. I was never asked on a
Oh,
date.
okay. I can see that because there was this one.
Wait,
Okay. There's this one guy I don't say I went on dates with,
yeah, because
but
they
people
never
would tell
like.
me that I went on dates with him, but I didn't.
Yeah. If it wasn't made clear that this is a date, let's go in and hang out. Like
Yeah,
when I say
we
like
were just hanging out.
we
Yeah,
go to a restaurant or like we go to a hookah lounge, everybody know I love me to smoke a good hookah, okay? Or we go to the after hour spot. Like that's not a date. That's
yeah.
us hanging out because we genuinely have fun together. That's my friend.
I agree. I
Okay,
agree. Yes. Okay, so then I can't fault you in that because I've been in the same position. I've done that. I've gone to hookah lounges. I've gone on to dinners, gone to movies, hung out
Yeah,
with guy friends. They pick up the tab. We go to dinner. Plenty of
yeah,
occasions. It's not a date. You shouldn't ask you on a date. You just said if I wanted to do this, or we were hanging out, and you was like, "Come on, let's go here," and you brought my little
exactly.
ass along with you.
And then the other nigga who could be considered my boyfriend, we literally never, we didn't even go to the hookah lounge.
y'all was at the
So
house.
yeah, but we were also way younger. So
Oh yeah, true.
whatever. But
Just we didn't even go to the hookah lounge.
We didn't make it out the parking lot.
God damn. Damn.
so
God
like
damn.
I said, so technically I've had a boyfriend, but we broke up that title very quickly, like probably within like 4 to 6 months, and then we just stayed friends.
Okay,
And
okay.
they kept everything but the title. Yeah, they were one of those. The title doesn't define us, baby.
Vibes.
Vibes. Who needs a
Who
title when
said
we got
that?
vibes? Yeah, girl. Who needs a title when we got vibes, baby? Baby. All right, let's
I
get
don't live by
into.
that life. I don't live by that.
Okay.
Not anymore.
Okay.
Okay,
All
girl.
right. Let's move on to pop culture. Okay, so what do you guys have for us this week? What's going on in these streets?
Well, we know Jametra is just here to comment.
Oh yeah, I keep
I was
forgetting.
gonna say, I just think it's funny. Okay, now Jada said she's leaving.
Damn it! I knew you were gonna use that one. Fuck. Now I gotta come up with a
Okay,
new
well,
one.
we could just talk about
Oh,
the
okay.
same thing. It's not, don't go jump.
Jada Waiter.
Don't go jump, babes. We can have one pop culture for the episode. It's okay. She was about to have a panic attack. Um, Jada, because we have a load to get through for the topic for the day, so that's okay.
Facts.
Um,
Jada Waiter.
Jada says she leaving the baby alone,
Girl,
but
she not dating the baby. She is dating a little baby. She sound
oh
like
yeah,
somebody
sorry, it's
grandma.
so many of them. Whoo, child,
She sound like somebody
Yeah, good
grandma.
baby, little
it's
baby,
so
my
many.
baby, your baby,
It's so many
everybody.
babies.
His baby.
She says she done with Lil Baby.
Damn.
And she made, like a few slick comments that the shade room had picked up, basically saying like, "Oh, she's
Mm-hmm.
done," and "Oh, you was playing with me for 6 years, and now you having a heart attack because I didn't take the nigga back." And I just think it's
Mm.
really funny. Y'all always know I pose questions from the pop cultures. I would say like I've personally been in situations where a nigga was like, "Oh, well, what have you been doing since we haven't been talking?" or "What's up with you?" And I'd be like, "I'm talking to other niggas.
I'm minding my fucking business with these
I'm
niggas.
around."
What?
And like they eyes buck and they grab their chest. And I just think it's
Literally.
interesting because even I would say like recently I've had like the most, I would say, honest relationship, just in general relationship, not necessarily like relationship, you get it, that I've
Yeah.
had with a guy before, like it was just very transparent, very honest. And we were having a conversation about like what we were doing in our apart time. And he told me, like what he was doing, who he was talking to, what was going on. And as soon as I said, yeah, I was talking to niggas and I was doing my thing, he grabbed his chest. I'm like,
Yeah, like a
now
fucking
I just
dagger went
sat
through your
here
heart.
and listened to you tell me about your escapades and all this,
You think I
and you
wanted to
about
hear
to
that?
have a heart. You're about to turn over and die.
Like,
Mm-mm,
get your
mm-mm.
ass up. Nobody gives a fuck.
So my question for y'all is: have y'all been in those
Stand up.
situations, and what was their reaction?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't been in a situation where niggas been playing with me for 6 years per se, but a
Okay. Yeah.
Oh no
situation
no
where,
no! In the situation where a guy, where you've been honest and saying like, oh, like I'm messing with other
oh,
people,
oh yeah,
and
every single
what
time,
was his response?
every time. I'm honest to all these niggas in the very beginning. I let them know I'm talking to other people.
You are a toy. I use
You are
you.
a toy, bitch. I use you. Me
Yeah.
love
See?
you.
Listen, and I always, once again, I'm here to take it to the extreme. Okay, I'm gonna in my younger days, I used to tell people, be like, "Oh yeah, I'm a hoe."
Once
Listen,
upon a
let's get
time,
it out the
not
What
way.
you
long
get from
ago,
that
I
is
was
what
a
you get.
hoe, and I'm admitting it.
You could do whatever it never stopped the man from dealing with me,
Sure
but
didn't. Niggas love hoes. Niggas love women. Period. They don't give a fuck.
I'ma
They
just
can
say,
pretend.
I definitely come out of. I was like, listen, I'm a hoe. You cannot do me worse than I can do you. If you want to play the game,
Boom.
better up, homeboy. Let's
Have
go.
at it, babe. I'm the coach. I'm the
Yeah.
GM, bitch. Play with
You
me if
want
you
to
want
play a
to.
game? I'll teach you how to play.
I'll give you a whole new set of rules.
And
Have your
then
ass in the
so
corner crying.
and then so like in the iceberg, I said I just have friends who I do stuff with. So when it comes like, oh, I'm actually with other people, or like, oh, I'm doing X Y Z with somebody else, and then they want to say I'm a hoe, and I'm like, but I told you that.
I told you. Did you
So
forget our first conversation? I
all
told
the
you in the
air out of
beginning.
their,
You knew
it just lets
this.
all the air out. And what can they say?
It's like
Because
you proceeded. I told you in the beginning. I'm a whore. I'm a hoe.
Did you think
And
I
you
was lying?
proceeded to pursue me. So now you're mad when I tell you that I'm doing whole things.
and it's not even
It's
it's not
not
even
even whole
that.
things.
Yeah, it's not a whole thing. It's just something that I know they would think is a whole thing because weird.
Exactly. Because, niggas think everything's
How
a
they're
hoe.
So,
wired.
yeah, because they're weird. So okay, I'm gonna call myself one first. So now there's
Right,
nothing.
exactly. Because you can never have that one up. Because niggas love to throw that. That's why you was a hoe, anyways. Okay. What does that make
Okay.
you? A hoe lover? Shut the fuck up.
Literally. Or
Because you was
Cause
just in my
y'all
ear.
you want to know
y'all
something
be
else you
out
can say?
here.
Literally, you want to know something? If they call you a hoe, all you gotta say, "Well, I expect you to recognize one because you were raised by one."
You mammy hoe.
All the air, all the air. Listen,
Let's
just
air it out.
You remember all those uncles you
You
had
need
growing up? If I were
oxygen.
you, I would shut the fuck up because those were not your uncles.
yeah,
No, when that girl on TikTok was like, um, ask your mom how it feels because after she pushed your fat head out, she didn't
yeah.
lose weight. So why are you asking me to lose weight? I was like,
Right.
yep,
Because all y'all mamas be having collard green
exactly.
arms and ham hock necks and be having the nerve to be like, oh, I can't deal with no late somebody I can't pick up or whatever, some dumb shit. You guys are stupid.
Fat
Stupid
And you
as
girls,
see,
fuck.
or y'all like fat girls in secret, but that's another episode.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Not my monkey, not my circus. Can't say I relate.
Mm. Mm.
Oh gosh, do you need
Right.
one now?
yeah,
It's always refill time.
nobody's still
You're
fool.
right.
But yeah, I hopefully Miss Jada Waiter
It's for real this time.
sticks
She
her
said she will
guns.
stand up. So
Yeah, she said she's ready to stand up, and I don't blame her because it's like, okay, I'm not gonna say I understand her because like I said, I never had nobody play in my face for I'm not even that's rude because I'm putting the blame on her. I haven't had anyone cheat on me and be a trash ass man for 6 years. So I can't necessarily say I understand her place, but I can understand why someone deals with, bullshit. Because women, I would be a fool to say I've never dealt with bullshit, that people have fallen short of my expectations and I still stayed. So I would just hope that
For
she is
less
for
at
real.
that.
Literally, I hope that she is serious because nobody got time to be dealing with that. And niggas will literally put you through the if you let them, will
Suck you
put you through
dry.
the fucking ringer. Will knock your head between a washer and a dryer multiple times. Okay, and the minute you
Start
start
to stand.
detaching or you start just being different, you acting very different towards them, they lose their shit. And I just don't understand it because it's like I'm not even saying you were able to, but you were doing all this shit and you didn't see the problem with it. But now that I'm touching the surface, now conveniently you understand what's inappropriate in a relationship because I'm doing it. Now you understand.
All of a sudden. All
All
That's
of
of
a
a sudden.
sudden,
crazy.
it's the things are clicking in your mind. You know, she can't be doing it. Oh, so now you understand inappropriate things in relationships. Too bad, bitch.
Because I don't
I'm just a
care.
speaking back, and I don't give a fuck.
Because I
And
don't
don't.
care.
And don't.
I hope this story starts Jada's villain origin story, and she needs to start dogging these niggas out.
Please.
Mm-hmm.
Stand up. Listen to the last episode, babes. Get some
Yeah, I was going to
inspiration.
say, listen to the last episode if you're first.
Because we want the best for you.
And do. We want to see our ladies dog these niggas out.
Dog
You
walk.
know, dog walk these niggas. Put a leash on
Santana
that
said,
nigga.
for all my ladies, if you tired as mess, losing
Mm.
weight, falling off
Come
in the
on,
street,
Santana.
slide on a rich nigga. He said,
Now you
slide on
press
a rich nigga. Now you bless. And no hold it took it from you. Now she in distress. I'm sorry.
in distress. Like, why you
Oh man, he's
press? Why you
sick
press? I'm just
bad.
doing what you was doing. You just mad because I'm doing it better. You thought that you was the only nigga that ever wanted me?
Crazy tale so.
Newsflash. That was absurd for you to ever think. This
It
is
be
why
the
I don't
same
think
nigga that when you
niggas.
start talking to them, oh, I bet you got all the niggas on your line. So why you act like you forgot?
Why are you forgetting now? Like now
Uh,
that,
uh,
like what? You remember you entered this saying that I got all these hoes. You you said it. I didn't even say nothing. You said it. You told me that I got all these niggas. But then when you see that when you with a bad bitch and niggas be flocking, now it's a problem. These niggas can't handle bad bitches. I hate being a nigga's first bad bitch. I'll tell you that.
mm-hmm.
It's not fun. It's not what it's cracked up to be. Anyways, let's get on to the episode. Okay, so if you cannot tell by the title, today we are talking about the craziest things that our exes or someone we've dealt with has done. We have stories for days, babes. Okay, because these niggas are crazy. I tweeted like a couple of days ago. I don't know who's doing the PR for these niggas. It's probably the same people that's doing the PR for the hippos because they make you think that us women are unhinged. No, it's them. Those
Yeah.
niggas are
I
unhinged. Just
literally
like you don't know.
responded to Tasia's tweet and I was like, it's men. Men are in charge of men PR. And that's why the people be getting led astray. Y'all are the
Literally, propaganda.
problem.
They are the problem. Every day I am shown that these niggas are the problem. And they be wanting to pretend like they are the prize. And I'm like, babes, wrong P. You are the problem.
I saw a
Okay?
tweet not too long ago and it was just like the men
Hmm.
want to be the women and basically like the men are turning into the women and the women are turning
And
into
the
the
women
women.
are
It's just
turning to the
like,
men.
because y'all trying to be stay-at-home wives. Like,
Yeah, they're trying to be the new bitches. And I'm sorry, I don't want no bad bitch. If I wanted that, I promise you, I say this so many times. If I could be a lesbian, I
I
would.
would go
Like
be
if
a
it was up to
lesbian if I
me,
wanted to be a lesbian.
if it
If I
was a
wanted
choice,
to, I would
if
go
I
do
wanted a
that.
bad bitch, I would get a bad bitch.
Y'all think I like
Just
100%.
like
burning
these
seconds,
niggas.
y'all?
Like, come
100%
on.
agree.
Okay, I don't want no bad bitch as a nigga. Like, ew. No, thank you. That does not turn me on. You're turning me off.
All
Okay,
right,
so
Carrie.
I'm
That-
scared.
I was trying to say
Miss Pretty Girl
Scary
Rock.
baby.
what?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I'm dead.
Oh, y'all know y'all like that. Y'all know y'all like that. Y'all know y'all did.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the first thing. What is the crazy? Sorry, I dropped my purse. What is the craziest lie a man has ever told you?
I'll go
Jamie?
first because mine is nothing. Mine is nothing. So pretty much, he's one of the people who To other people, I would say that's my ex. So that's my ex-boyfriend. Pretty much for this, and this is also the reason why we broke up because he had. So we went to two different colleges, and he had another girl, but he was lying about it the whole time.
Whole
The
time.
whole time, just lying and lying and lying and lying. Lying. I seen the
Like a
girls with my
Persian
two.
rug.
I seen the girls with my two eyes, and he lied. He lied in her face about who she was, and I said,
That's
"Right,
disrespectful.
What is
she's
that?
so that's pretty much just lying about it.
Could you imagine a nigga lying about you in front of
People like, I'm
you?
standing right here.
Like,
Yeah,
nigga, have some fucking
literally,
People like,
couth.
I'm what? I'm who?
Nigga, I'm your
literally.
girlfriend. What do you mean I'm just your friend? You better add girl in front of that. I'm not playing with you. That's disrespectful. These
You
niggas
like
don't
Ooh,
care.
these
you like
men.
me?
Okay, Morgan, what you got for us?
Well, you should go first because you got a good one. Because I feel like hers gonna be good.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess I should go next because hers is way better. I guess these niggas don't care enough about me to be creative with their lies. They just tell me basic ass regular lies. Um,
Oh my gosh.
I have been told that I'm trying to think. That's why I really don't. They just tell regular ass lies. Like I've told like niggas, oh, I didn't cheat on you. That didn't happen.
Oh, you know
I have
what's
the
the best
evidence
lie?
right
I
here.
just thought about this. The best lie that is iconic to this day is when he said, I ain't lied since 2016. What he said, what year was it?
I ain't lied. 2017,
16.
2016. It was one of them, and that was
That
a
was so
fucking
iconic
lie.
thing. He said, I ain't lied since 2017. As he was lying.
As he was lying.
Like,
Like,
do
and I
y'all
had
be thinking
evidence
these
that you were
things true?
lying,
And he said it with
and I'm just
conviction.
like,
He believed it, so it was true. That was great.
yeah. So at that point, it's like sometimes I'm like, are these even lies? Because these niggas genuinely believe it. That is their reality.
They
So
listen.
delusion. I would love to live a life in delusion. I wonder what it's like.
Yeah. I absolutely
Ugh,
want to be delusional.
it
It
has to
seems
be so much
fun.
fun.
It
Ugh,
seems fun.
no cares in the world.
Especially the people who it's mostly men, like when
Mm-hmm.
they don't gotta take care of their kids. They don't gotta do nothing.
Don't
Like
you don't
they
gotta do
just get to
shit
live
besides be a man and
in La La
piss.
Land. Man,
Mm-hmm.
I got a different thing you talking about him, but I wasn't even thinking about him. I was thinking about the other.
Oh,
Yeah, me either. I was just thinking in general, to be honest. Well, if the shoe fits, wear it, Cinderella. Morgan.
did you say yours? You was just saying nobody
Oh yeah, I
cared
was.
enough
Mine was
to.
that the nigga said he wasn't cheating, and I had
Oh,
evidence. Like I had
okay.
already gathered all the evidence from the girl. I had everything.
Oh man,
Why are you lying to me?
why you
And then that's when I
lying?
pulled up the receipts. I said, "Well, this is what she said. So you want to come again?" Oh. I mean, you stupid. You're a fucking idiot. You are dumb as
You're fucking dumb.
fuck. you
Whew.
are.
Oh my.
I'm sorry.
Well.
Excuse my language, but dumb as fuck.
Oh gosh.
Not excuse my language. Oh,
Well.
What
Uh.
is it? My favorite cuss word is fuck.
Miranda was sick for that. Coincidentally, this was a popular tweet this week on Twitter on the
On the
bird,
Twitter, on the birdie.
and I responded with my truth, and the girlies are running
They
it
take
up.
her, they're taking her as a joke, man.
It's sick. Basically, I would say the craziest lie was when I discovered I hacked my boy because I'm a hacker. She's a tech whiz. Okay.
black women in
I
tech.
Yeah,
And that's
black woman in
not
tech.
Black women in tech.
Yeah, black woman in tech. I hacked his. I want to say Snapchat. I hacked his Snapchat. Um, Found messages with him and some girl. Screenshotted them. I knew what I was doing. I'm sure she reached out to him like that morning. Okay, let me bring it back. We were in two separate cities at the time. Um, so he would like call me in the morning every morning, and then he called me like, why the hell you hacked me to do that? Because I'm sure she got the notifications, because like every
Mm-hmm.
time you snapshot
It's
something on Snapchat, someone gets the notification. So I'm sure she hit him up like, why taking pictures of our conversations. He hit me up mad that I found him.
Like, how the
Huh?
fuck you get mad at me because
How
I
you
caught your
mad at
ass?
me? Because I caught you cheating. And basically, he was like, oh, this is just, you were supposed to find these because it was a part of like the proposal. Now, this is where he got creative because he was like, what was gonna happen was like it was supposed to be a prank and like I was gonna get you upset and then propose. Problem, you know the kind of girl you with, right? Why would you upset me just to propose to me? That's just
That doesn't
not
make
very
any sense.
wise, period. And also, like, my noggin works very well. Why would you think I would believe that?
Literally, who do you think you're dealing with?
Like, why would you think I would believe that? And I think like on Twitter, some people were confused, like if we ever like actually did get engaged, like any of that. No, absolutely not. Um, that was
You're
getting engaged
stupid.
and getting married was like a conversation, something we're actively working towards and all of that. But which is why like it wasn't, the proposal part wasn't like out of the blue. Like I wanted to make that clear. But
Mm-hmm.
the prank
It's
being
the
part of the
wow, the part,
proposal,
the
absolutely,
leading up to it that was out of the blue.
absolutely not.
Because why would you ever think a bitch like me would ever fall for some shit like that?
Are you dumb?
You
Oh, and
can't
then
even
there's
keep up with a bitch
also
like me.
honorable mention. When I caught my previous ex before that cheating, he had an Android, so he was texting the girl on some type of app that like you can't, if you don't have an Android, you don't really know about like how it works. And it's like you have to go and look for it. Like it doesn't
Uh-huh.
just pop up on the screen. Cause Android is a great phone for a cheater, I will say.
Yeah,
And
it's a hacker's
I had
dream.
my best friend like trying to find digging, and I'm literally
That
regurgitating
shit
the
was in the
messages because
calculator
I
app.
memorized them. He was in the bathroom and his phone was going off, and I saw his phone and it was nudes, and I'm reading the
Mm.
messages, reading the messages, reading the messages. He come out. I'm like, so who's Ashley? And he tells me,
Who's this, babes?
he said, what are you talking about? I was like, I read the messages and this is what they said. Like I'm spitting the messages out word for word, bar for bar. And he's like, I don't I don't know what Ashley, I don't know what you're talking about. Like you're crazy. That was also a lie. That was second craziest because I flashed. I really did. Cause now you're
She
insulting
did.
you, my best friend had to literally get me off that man. And I'm glad she was there for that because he probably would have beat me because he a little crazy. So
Yeah, he was a little sick in the head. He was a little chemically imbalanced.
and
No
we'll be hearing
offense,
a
but
lot about
he
him in
was.
today's episode. So oof, great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love this
Okay.
for me.
So, next question is, what is the craziest thing or action a nigga has done to you?
Okay.
I'm
So
going last as we go. So
I'll keep our same order.
Jamie?
Yeah, we can keep our same order. So the craziest thing a man has done to me. So same person who lied about dealing with the girl, right? Fast forward a couple of years. I'm, in my house, minding my business, being cute, and I hear ding dong, ding dong. I go to the door. It's him out at my door. He wanted to talk to me about something. Who knows? Well, I do know what it was, but I don't want to say what it's about.
Not on Beyonce's internet.
That's incriminating myself. Okay. So he wanted to
Oops.
confront me about something. It involved him. And I answered the door. So I knew what he wanted. So I'm opening the door. I'm ready to talk to him. I
Mm-hmm.
look out. The girl is sitting in the car. And so I'm like, excuse me?
You didn't brought her to my land on my
Like
property?
you've been lying about her all these years. You stay consistent in your life. Who
The
knows what
fucking
you tell her about
audacity.
me? Yeah, it got to the point where I was just like, okay, well we both your girlfriend then. But like so not for real. I
She
didn't
was just
care about
saying.
her. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't care about her. And so you brought her over there. Then okay. So now I'm getting right about the ridge because you got me fucked up and you just tried me. And I guess that day he had enough of me being wild and out loud with him. Then it's not funny.
It's not
not.
funny. It was just, I'm sorry, it's not funny. I'm laughing at how
I'm
she's
laughing at
explaining it
you. I'm
because
laughing,
rowdy rich is really how niggas. I mean that's how we be sometimes with these niggas. Rowdy rich.
and
Like
I'm laughing at the whole thing because when I sit back and think about it, I'm like, damn, what I do to you? Pretty much,
I didn't bring a nigga over here.
literally, I was just cussing him out about it, and so he opened the thing up. It's like it was a slow motion, and he slapped me across my face, and then we just started fighting. Because you got me fucked up. If you ever
You
thought
got
that I
her
was,
fucked up.
if you ever thought that I was that bitch, who who are you?
Who the fuck do you think I am? You lucky I didn't shoot you.
Literally. If I had my Glock.
I would have been toting it. Too many
Because you was
Glockies.
because you was at my house. Okay,
Right.
Right. Self defense, bitch. Stand your ground. I don't care.
and then his bitch came and got hit my way because he was
How
about
do
to get
you
me.
stay with a nigga after you see something like that?
I don't know if they're still together. I literally have not talked to him since that day. That was like how many years? That was
Oh,
like 2 3 years
okay.
ago.
For some reason, I thought that was like fresh in their relationship, or like it wasn't the end. Cause didn't. Never
Oh,
mind. I
I
was
don't
gonna
think it
say.
was. I don't think it
Cause didn't
was.
they like live together after that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
they did. So I'm like,
but
how do you? You just saw this nigga slap a woman.
maybe she took her glasses off and couldn't see at the time.
Butterfly in the
Oh
sky.
God, not her being butterfly in the sky, not her
Me
being
trying to figure out how
blind.
you playing with that man.
Look at the bitch braids. She is.
In a book. Take a look.
So yeah, so who knows? Yeah, and I literally haven't talked to him since then. That's been about 3 years now. Was it how many?
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 years?
I love that
Maybe
for you.
3. I
Yeah,
don't know.
me too. He be reach. He well, he. I'm not gonna say he be reached out. He's reached out after, but like I
Don't talk to
said,
me.
fuck that. Cause you
Yeah,
don't slap. You don't get to slap me and then try.
yeah.
Bitch,
That's something
go somewhere.
I can get over a lot of stuff because I'm a very forgiving person.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
I can't
like
do
people.
that.
That's not.
Mm-mm.
I'm scared of you. We
No,
might got a box every second. I'm scared.
literally, I'm not about to be tussling with no nigga. The fuck? The fuck? You got me fucked up. Okay,
Absolutely not.
so the craziest thing that a nigga had, man, I got so fucking many.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
the
you
craziest
have.
thing, I'm gonna say the craziest thing. Okay, so I went, so me and this guy, we were boyfriend, well, we were exes at the time, and we had mutual friends or whatever because we worked at the same place, and we got invited to a rave for one of our coworkers. They were in the band and they do this yearly thing, it's a rave or whatever, and it was at some bar in our college town. So go. Obviously, like I said, we were intermingling. Like we had friends that worked there. Like there was other people there, and he was obviously there. And at this time, I was because all the people that were there were like work people that turned into friends. I was really trying to keep it amicable. Like I didn't want to blow up at in public. Like that's fucking ghetto. They like I already go to a white school. Like I don't got time to be beefing
She
with
not
you
trying to
outside
be
of
loving
Bella
hip hop with
Noche.
you.
Like, come on, like that's ghetto. If y'all was beefing at that wedding, I should have been beefing at that wedding. Like, don't bring that shit here. So I was like, trying to be, and I'm very good. I can, some people be like, oh, it was so awkward. Like, I feel like it's only awkward if you make it awkward. So I'm very good at compartmentalizing. Like, I can take myself outside of the situation, and I can, just be cool. So we was cool all night, and the thing is, I've learned with crazy niggas, you can't do that because they take
They gonna
it
take
and they
it.
run with it. They
Yeah.
think that because you're able to be cordial, cool, nice with them, they think, oh, this is my opening. She wants to be with me. She likes it. Like, oh yeah, like I made it.
But
I
what?
know I'm gonna get my bitch back. Ooh, that's what they was think. That's what they think.
Remember
And
we
he
tweeted
actually,
that?
yes, exactly. So after that night, like I said, we have been cool. Like we were like there was no beef that night. And I go to my car because I'm getting ready to go home. He goes to his car. He's getting ready to go home. So I thought. So I'm driving, me and my little
It's
Altima, just
giving
driving down the
lifetime.
road. And I get to my apartment but while I was driving, I noticed he was following me. And I was like, fuck. And at the time where he lived, we were across the street, like our complexes were across the street. So it wasn't too odd because I was like, okay, we both gonna make this turn and I'm gonna make a left and he's gonna make his respective right. No, he followed me and he zoomed up behind me after the gate. And I was like, oh, fuck me. So I was like, okay, well maybe he going to his.
For me, honey.
I was like, maybe he going to his partner house because he had a friend that lived in the same neighborhood as me. I was like, okay, maybe he's going to go see that nigga or something. Because there's just like there's no way that this nigga's following me to my house. So I park and how my apartment was set up, the patio faced the front. So where you park, you walk through you don't even really walk through the front door. You have to, there's too much work. You walk through the patio. So I'm walking and I see him. He got a parking spot that was fairly close. It wasn't as close as me, but it was very close. And I see him on my peripheral. And I was like, that's not where your homeboy live. Your homeboy live a couple buildings back. Why is you right here? Why do I see your big lanky ass over here? What is you doing? And I speed up, because I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So he sees me speed up, so he speeds up. This nigga starts full blown sprinting, and this is a tall nigga. He has long legs, so his stride gets him pretty far. So by the time, and mind you, I was not all the way there. I was a little, I was a little slow to react, but like I said, I still noticed it, so I sped up a little bit. So I run to my door to unlock it, right? I open it. Y'all, when I say I almost fucking made it. This nigga put his big ass size 12 in between the fucking door and stopped it. And I said,
oh no. He got me.
Like, oh my fucking gosh. And I was just remember thinking in that moment, I said, why me? Like, why? It had to have been it had to be between 2 and 3 a.m. because in Louisiana, bars don't close until very late. So I'm pretty sure it might have been like, I don't know, because I can't remember how it was in Baton Rouge, but I want to, it was late enough. It was too fucking late to be doing that shit. So he gets in, obviously, because he put his big ass, and he overpowers me. I'm 5'4.5". He's 6'5". Like, come on, let's do the math here. He obviously was able to bombard. So then, we start. I'm like, why the fuck is you here? Like, what do you need? I just want to talk to you. I just feel like we can work this out. I just really love you.
Go
I care
home,
about
Roger.
you. I don't want to have no beef. I don't want to do none of this. So he's going back and forth. Y'all, this whole situation lasted for hours. Like, it wasn't no like get out. And this whole time, I would tell you guys, I was telling him to leave. He needed to get out. And do you think he listened? Clearly not, because I said the shit lasted for hours. At one point, we started scrapping because I'm like, you need to get the fuck out. Like, why are you here? Like, this isn't funny, but like, I can't say I can look back and laugh at it because it's not funny, but it's just funny to the point that I was going through this shit at such a young age. Like, why are these niggas so fucking crazy? I went into my closets, into my bedroom closets to get away from him. I'm in my apartment. Why am I running from you and hiding from you? I'm in my closet and I'm like, I'm about to call the police because at this point I had nothing. I didn't know what to do. I was like, I'm about to call the police. And I remember I tweeted and I was like, I said something like, I think I tweeted, I was like, somebody help me. Like, somebody call the police for me. Like, dead ass. I'm not even kidding. And one of the people that was at the rave had saw it. And I basically gave her, and I said, I just got a crazy person at my apartment. And they was like, girl, call the police right now. And I said, well, that's why I'm telling you guys to do it, because every time I call, he snatches my phone out of my hand and he hangs up. I can't do it. Somebody else has to do it.
He dodged a felony multiple times because that's a felony.
What?
It's called something because, I ain't gonna say who business it is, but just know I know. But when somebody, if you're trying to call for help and then they interfere with that, that's a
felony. Yes, and I called, if I can remember correctly, I called 3 times. One of the times, because 911, they pick up fairly easily. One of the times, quickly. 2 times he saw me doing it and immediately like hung up the phone. The other time I was in my closet, so he didn't catch it as quick. And they answered, they were like, hello. And then he snatched the phone and hung up, and then they were calling back. Because obviously they might be heard a scuffle or something. I don't know. Right. And they called back, and then he took the phone. Like, he still had the phone, so he declined.
Anyway. They called back to check because when we were in Miami, I accidentally called the police, and then it called back.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because
is everything okay?
Yeah,
no, they call back because I used to call the police as a kid all the time just for fun.
Oh,
it was a really bad habit that I had, and they would start showing up.
I was like one of these buttons over here. I was pressing it down.
Yeah, the emergency thing. Yeah,
and then and I was like, so my bad, stupid iPhone.
They always call back.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
That was an accident. But yeah, so that was essentially it. Like, he hung up in people's face. And like I said, like, that was probably like the worst night of my life. I remember the guy that I was talking to, like, I had told him the next day, like I said, we got to scrapping. Like, he threw me into a wall. I was punching him in his face. Like there was a whole lot of things going on that night. And I remember telling the guy that I was talking to, and I was like, yeah, like I
I'm
had a
trying to
really
figure
bad
out why I
night.
didn't get a call.
And I gave girl,
I
he was
was
gonna
10
be
minutes
both of
late.
us up.
Well, I could
Girl,
have
we was
called
just
back
gonna be
up. Something
we was
was
gonna
I
be
was I
beat
with my ex at the time?
this was during the time that you were definitely with him. Um yeah, I don't know, child. I don't know. I just be trying to get people involved. It's just crazy. Like, I didn't want other innocent
We
people
used to be over that
harmed.
anyway. Like, I mean,
I didn't want other people involved. So like I said, I told the nigga that I was dealing with at the time, like what happened. I was like, yo, we got to fighting. Like, I'm like, I was playing. I mean, I was a victim. I was like, I am bruised. I had bruises on me. And he was like, what the fuck? I was like, I mean, I fought back, but like I am bruised. I am
I don't
hurting.
want to say
not
nothing, but
scorned.
a while ago, I was thinking, I was like, she never told me that they like were physically fighting or that he hit her, but I would believe it if he did.
Most
I didn't
definitely.
like, like
I
Definitely. Like
absolutely
he
believe it.
never like it was never like a punch to the face or a slap to the face, but it was definitely a lot of pushing. I remember one time this nigga mushed me and I went ballistic, and
I remember that.
he sent me pictures like the next day, and he had like, I guess like I busted his lip and he had like dry blood residue. Well, nobody told you to mush me.
Keep your hands
Why
to
would you
yourself.
do that?
Keep your hand to yourself. Cause one thing about me, these hands is bisexual, okay?
Period. Okay.
Hit a bitch or a nigga. I
And
fight
you
old
know
people and babies.
that's also how we know he a bitch, because when we was about to get beat up by them other niggas, honey,
But
you
them
wanna fight
niggas.
you wanna fight a woman and you ain't gonna stick up for the girl who you wanna be with? You're weird. You're
You're weird.
weird.
And these niggas was coming at us big tough. They was coming at us for tough, like rah, rah, rah.
Literally.
And
They was
me trying to be the mediator, I'm like, no, guys, let's not do this.
and
And
me
these
and Joe
niggas back there
Eliza, we
watching.
was like, okay, and what you gonna do?
And I was just like,
Not
please.
cricket.
It's like, please, guys, we do not need, because them niggas was coming her. And
That
I was like, oh,
girl,
no,
we
no,
play that
no.
for everything. That's why I'm like,
We,
this is why I'm so when he get offended when I say I don't hang with men like you, I don't. The men I hang with, they would have first of all, they would have never let us get over there. Like
get
ever.
into that.
Like,
Yeah, it would
like
never
never
been
would
that.
happen. And then if we did, they would have been right behind
They
us.
would,
Like your good Judy. I don't know her name, but she came for your birthday. That's the only reason why I like her.
oh, Raven. Yes.
I'm
Hmm.
like,
Yeah,
thanks, girl.
Raven was the only one. Raven. Raven
Oh,
said,
go
what's
Raven.
going on? I said, this is why you my bitch
Period.
forever.
Okay.
You
All
my
the
bitch
other
forever.
niggas that she
'Cause
was hanging with, it was only girls over there too. All the other niggas that
literally, it
she
was,
was over there, what are they doing? See, this why y'all need to stop trying to
what's
be
going
weak.
on? This is why you shouldn't be talking to these niggas. Bitch, what?
See,
The
that's
Not
why
only
I'm
reason
trying
I
to
even
teach
gave
me a
this nigga my
lesson.
number was because you were following me the entire party, and I had to let you know I'm not that bitch to play with. So yeah, I got this nigga number in front of your face. And
and
now
before we move on to Megan's turn, this is not even worse than what you were gonna say because I thought you were gonna give a lackluster one. I was gonna talk about how he had your phone and you had to throw it away. You had to get a new phone.
oh my
That,
gosh, that's why I said there's so many, like,
Or
y'all. That was just
kidnap
the
your
one that I
dog.
thought of that I haven't told in a long time. Like that was a good one. He's hacked my phone. Like I said, he was following me for an entire party. Morgan was there to witness that.
Kidnapped your
He was
dog?
yeah.
stole my dog. My dog don't like going outside. She did not like going to parks. She was old. I had her since the 5th grade. She didn't like that shit. This nigga stole her and took her to the park and said she had so much fun. Why are you lying? No, the fuck she
You
didn't. I know she
know
was just
how
laying
people
there
feel
saying,
shady.
"Please, where
Literally.
is my sister? I
Literally.
want to go home.
Hmm.
I hate it here. Please, sir, young man, please unhand me. I do not want to be here with
And knowing
you."
Isis probably done witnessed all his craziness, she like,
Craziness. She was
The
probably like, "Oh
dog
my
see it
god."
all.
They see it all. They see it all. She
If
probably wanted to
dogs
call my
could
mama
talk,
so bad
boy.
and be like,
oh, she did.
"Babes,
You dropped me off with this girl, but please come get me.
come get me, mama, please, mama, please
You
come to get me. It's in the
please.
ghetto. I don't like it here. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of yelling."
All right, make your turn.
Okay, Morgan.
Okay. I've prepared a list because,
Oh God,
all right.
You know, this one
got
y'all
a
need.
list.
I'm like, should I start with the banger or should I end with the
You
banger?
should end with the bang, baby.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So I have 4. One would be 3 of them are from the same guy, and the last one is a different guy, which we've heard about so many times on this podcast, so it won't be a shocker. First one, Jorge. These first 3 are from Jorge. First thing he did, he literally stole my Sephora gift card out of my
These niggas are
wallet.
thieves.
I was on a date.
You need some makeup?
So let me tell you what happened. This was during the time, which we will talk about later in the episode, my savage season, when I was running the streets with my other nigga that he knew about. And my
Sorry.
destructive. My other nigga wanted to take me to the mall, to take me to Sephora, because I had been talking about this highlighter by Becca for weeks.
Becca. Oh, that's how you know. OG. Becca?
I think it was like,
Opal.
what is it, Opal or whatever?
Not
I was trying to go get
Opal.
that highlighter, whatever highlighter. No, not that.
Was it
Something.
Moonlight?
Champagne, whatever,
Champagne Pop?
whatever.
Yeah.
Was that the Becca one?
Probably.
Champagne
Yeah, that's
pop, yeah.
Whatever it was,
Jack.
I
Not
had been
Jackie.
talking about
Jacqueline.
it, and he was like, "Let's go to the mall and get it." And I was like, "Ooh, I even have a gift card that my mom had got me for Christmas." I go in my wallet, I can't find it. I'm calling my mom. I said, "Ma, have you seen the gift card that you got me?" She said, "No. Why would I take it?" I said, "Oh, okay." So we still on the way to the mall. I'm so confused. I was like, "Let me call this man." As in my boyfriend at the time. I was like, "Have you seen my Sephora gift card?" He said, "Oh yeah, I have it." Stop the track. I said, "Why did you go in my wallet and take my Sephora gift card?"
Niggas
He
are
said,
fucking
wait for
weaselly.
it. He said, this is probably one of the craziest lies too. He said, I was going to put more money on it.
Bitch, give me another one. That's not. This ain't no. What the
That's not
fuck?
how that works.
That's not how that works. This ain't no Visa Vanilla. If
I
you don't give
couldn't
me a
believe
fucking new
it.
one,
I just hung up and I just made sure to have an absolutely great day with my other nigga while he
she
got
did.
whatever I wanted from Sephora.
She
Yeah.
was gallivanting in the Mall of Louisiana.
Frolicking. Next thing was when this same man picked me up from campus in my own car.
I was hoping you had that one in there, cause
He
babes
said, like, we at LSU we had like Tiger Trails, which was the transportation that would take you like to your apartment and onto campus. So that's what I took every day to school.
Mind you, her apartment was
So
damn near on campus, so that's why it was easy for her to do that.
Super close. So he knew my schedule, and around it was time to get out of class, he texted me. He was like, "Oh, like I'm here." I'm looking like, where
On foot?
Where are you?
Here?
He tells me where he is.
On bike?
I walk outside and he is in my car.
I'm about to ride on the handlebars.
He was like, "Yeah, I'm here to take you on a date."
He stole her car.
You had the plan and not the platform, because why
the fuck would you do that?
Are you pulling up in my... He didn't have a car, mind you. So when he said he was there, I'm like, did you walk? Did you take Tiger Trails? Like, he was like,
are we taking Tiger Trails together?
In the text message, he was like, I'm here, like, we about to go out. I was like, I'm confused, but I'm going along. Like, maybe he got an Uber, maybe he didn't rent a car for the day. Like, I'm confused.
Maybe he stole somebody's car from the car wash.
Green Volkswagen Passat sitting out there. And I said,
no,
how did you butterfly?
That's crazy.
Why did you think that was okay?
Literally.
Like,
yeah.
I wasn't letting, and still to this day, especially with my cars now, hell no.
I wasn't letting no niggas
drive my car. Like, it took me a very
Honda,
long
and you still ain't driving my shit.
In my long-term relationship for me to like let him take my car, and not even to like run errands, but like to go park it somewhere or to do whatever. So for you, who I barely even like, I'm just with you.
Got me fucked up.
I'm just with you just cause
I'm bored.
I needed to work through some things. For you to take my car, ma'am. Ma'am.
Oh,
please stop the track. Just real
pause it. There you go.
Okay, so that was that. Took my car, and we didn't make it to the date because I was just so pissed. Now this, it's really sad that we all have like this one thing in common, but
not domestic violence. Things are getting domestic.
So
these niggas is domestic.
He was very like rough. Like, he was a very playful person, but he would be like too rough. And when I'd be like, all right, you doing too much.
Relax.
Like, first of all, I'm an only child. I didn't grow up doing all this tussling with people.
Dang, the fuck?
Like
You
them
think
girls
I'm a
that be going with all
barbarian?
them brothers do. I wasn't doing all that. You know, I was reading and watching Nestle Raven. So I don't like all this.
Respect me as
And
such.
he would chill out or whatever. One specific day, he picks me up off the ground and like puts me on his shoulders, and I said, "Put me down." He was like, "But it's fun." Put me down. I'm repeatedly saying, "Put me down." Fighting him
Put me
while
down.
I'm on him. He drops me, and my head bangs on the dresser, and
Oof.
I had a full concussion, and I had like a gash on my head, and I looked like a little boy for weeks until it healed. I was so irate. Like I literally started punching him because I was like, look what you just did. I had a headache for like a week, like
Mm.
nonstop. I could not believe he
These
did
niggas
that.
ain't shit.
I could not believe he did that. I was like, why did you just put me down when I asked to
When I
get put
fucking
down?
asked you to. When I told you to put me down.
And of course, we know the last one, you know, 1 minute he was catching a bullet for me. The next week he was conceiving a child.
Ugh.
Great,
Once in
yay.
a baby.
Yikes.
That whole thing, you know,
Yikes.
he was taking me to the jewelry store in December. Baby's
And your
due
baby was
in
born
May.
in May.
Ooh. So he knew the bitch was pregnant.
So
To
this is
this
the
day,
tea.
I think he told Morgan he didn't know. To this day, I
So
think he knew.
this is his story, right? Because once we broke up, like we didn't talk for months and months and months. Then we ended up having this conversation where I asked pretty much all my burning questions. And I asked him
Mm-hmm.
about that because I was like, you were very adamant. Okay. By the point that the shooting happened, we had already discussed getting engaged, getting married. He knew the ring I wanted. He had told me he had already started
And what
planning
month
and
was
saving
that?
for it.
That was August because my birthday
No,
was not too far
September 1st.
after, right? It was September? Oh, damn. I
September.
didn't know my
So
birthday was close.
the shooting happened September 1st. Like
Okay. Of
I would
what
say
year? What
around the
was it?
time 2017.
2017. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. I would say the time frame in which we started intentionally like planning towards like engagement marriage would be like around January. So during this whole time, I've picked out a ring. You know the exact ring I want. You've already started talking about your plans on getting the ring and who you've contacted and all that. So by the time the shooting happened, like our relationship became weird, right? And it was just like we both were just very weird and different. And I get it. Like we were
Mm-hmm.
both like
Navigating.
traumatized or
Yeah.
whatever.
It's trauma. Yeah,
So by the
exactly.
time December came and he started talking about like engagement, I was like, wait, like I don't think
I
we
don't think
should
we're
be talking
ready
about that right
because,
now.
yeah.
Like our communication is off. We've been off. Like we're in therapy. Like we don't not together. We were in separate therapy, but like my mind not even right. I
It's very
barely go out in
traumatic. We just
public.
went through a very traumatic
Literally, like I
situation.
was like, I am not in a position personally, and we are not in a position relationally to be talking about engagement and marriage, right? I
Mm-hmm.
remember right before this was like the day before New Year, the day before Christmas Eve, he was like, I'm gonna take you to go look at rings. Mind you,
Mm.
like 6 months prior, you done already told me like you done contacted people, you've already started getting the ball rolling for the ring I wanted. So I was like, why would we go look at rings when
Why are we
we've
going?
I've already
That's
picked
probably
out what
when
I
he
wanted?
found out the girl was pregnant. Because based on the timeline, he got shot and then immediately fell off into some coochie. Because from September to May is 9 months.
Yeah, so timeline wise, what we know now is that he had sex with her shortly after. Because I remember asking him, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
so you was having sex with your sling on your arm? Is that that's what you're saying? Bef-
And he's
Before your exit wound healed? That's what you was doing? And so we go look at the rings in December.
And that brother
Now,
was starving.
he told me when we had the conversation after everything had happened, he told me that because I asked him, I said, "Why would you take me and be so adamant about going get rings in December when you had just had
Guilty.
sex with this other girl right after the shooting?" He said he
Guilt.
did not find out that she was pregnant until his birthday, which is in January. And I said, okay, well, then when you found out, what were you gonna do? And he was like, well, my
And then
plan was,
I have a rebuttal. Sorry, pause in that timeline. Because when you were home in December, you remember when his nephew said, "Is that Sydney?" Oh,
mm-hmm.
sorry. Is
Edit,
that,
edit, edit.
I'm gonna edit. Is that blank? And you were like,
Mm-hmm.
did they just say
Yeah.
it was
I cannot
guilt?
confirm
That's
that
why
he
he did
said that,
that.
but I really felt that I really felt that that's what he said because
He
our
because you
names
guys'
don't
names
sound
are very
similar.
far. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They're too far
So,
apart to
and he
confuse the
know
two.
anytime also, his niece and nephew never called me by my first name. They will always say Auntie Morgan. That's all they called me was
Even
Auntie
longer.
Morgan.
So how do you confuse Auntie Morgan with blank?
Right. And that's what it sounded like. So, yeah, but that was Christmas Day. That was Christmas Day.
That's what I
But
thought. I was like, that's him. It's December. Yep.
yeah.
He was
So,
guilty.
not to mention Christmas Day. That's another crazy thing. Christmas Day, I was on a wild goose chase because he told me he had to
Ooh.
work on Christmas Day. Ooh, this is perfect. He told me I had to work on Christmas Day, right?
Yeah.
And at the time he worked at Walgreens, cool, we were in college, great. He told me he was working at this one specific location. My mom, being the angel she is, she was like, let's bring him like a whole Christmas meal so
Bring
he,
us some meat.
can be festive. Da, 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 da. So I pull up to where he said he was. And I said, "Oh, like I'm at your job. Like, why aren't you here?" And he was like, "Oh, like I'm at a different location now." Go across town to the other location that he said he at. He not there. He said, "Oh,
Niggas ain't
I'm at another
shit.
location now." I go to that me. It's me and my mama in the car. Me and my mama in the car.
They're
We go
driving
to
all
another.
over New Orleans.
We going.
Literally.
When I tell you we like on hour 2 because these locations are so far apart from each
Please,
other.
your mama is a
I'm
very
like,
sweet
why?
lady because my
I'm
mama would
like,
have been
why
like,
am I chasing him down to bring him Christmas food? We go to the
I'm trying to do
third
something nice for
location,
you and I'm chasing you down. Oh, you got
and
me
my mom
fucked
is
up.
she looking at me like,
she probably
something
ain't
in the
want to
milk
say
ain't
it.
clean,
Yeah,
babes.
she probably ain't want to say
I was like, I know Kimmy was probably like, I hope you catch him when he
I
throwing
hope you
it.
down.
catch me
Yeah,
what I'm throwing. And I get to the third location. He said, I'm not there. I'm at my sister's house. I said, how long you been there? I pull up to his sister's house. His friends is there. And I was like, how long you been here? Why wouldn't you just tell me
to
that
meet
sh-
you there.
that
Yeah,
that you were here? And he was like, oh, like I was gonna come to your house and surprise you.
well,
Here they go with these
that
fucking
other
Late,
bitch
like
was
he
surprises.
there.
said, I was gonna come to your house and surprise you like later in the day, and we are gonna go to the movies. Blah blah blah. I said, while that's cool and all, you told me you were working today, and you told me that you were at all these different locations, and you had me and my
He was just
mother because my mom
lying.
dropped me off at his house. I said you had me and my mother running around the city, going to every Walgreens we got, looking for you, trying to give you food, trying to do something nice for you, and
And
you
he
just
was
Riding the
sitting
lying.
at the house.
504 with your whoa.
And what I personally think is that girl was there.
Hmm.
Was.
I think he was because at the time he was staying with his sister. I think that that girl was there and he was like they were having I don't
Trying
know
to
a
buy
cooped up
time.
Christmas because nobody else was at
Mm.
the apartment but him and his friend Raj. Oh well, whatever.
Mm.
So
Look,
I pull up and it's just
well,
him and his friends. So I was just like, what y'all? I was like, hey,
It's
friend, like what
Christmas.
y'all
What
been
y'all
doing?
doing?
What y'all been doing?
This is
I was like,
strange.
did you see him telling me that he was at every Walgreens in the city? Was this a
Mm.
joke?
Of course
And
he did. The niggas are always in cahoots with it. The niggas act like they
so
don't be knowing that they friends is cheating and they be all up in your
the
face.
niggas be
Oh,
known.
them niggas are the first ones to know. If they're not the ones that set them up with the bitch, they're the first ones to know.
yeah, it was just very weird. We ended up spending the rest of Christmas together, but I was definitely like side eyeing, just like. And at the time, I didn't know about the girl. I didn't know that he had had sex with somebody else. So
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm sitting here like trying to figure out what exactly is going on. But like in hindsight, I can say, oh,
That's
he
what it
was probably
was.
with this girl, and he was probably cooped up in there, and blah blah blah. What?
I have a
Mm-hmm.
question. So
Probably
your
having sex.
situation, it's not exactly like the YouTube girl, but it's very similar. It's not exactly because she on another level, but because
That lady
I'm
crazy.
seriously trying to understand because I understand being in love and going through people's
Why did I
phone.
stay? Why was I still with him?
No, not why you say it. What extinct not extent you would
Extent.
go to trying to find out information because I understand being in love, but I've never been in that kind of situation where I'm just so head over heels that I'm calling mamas, calling daddies, checking phones, calling sister, auntie, brother, cousin, anybody who related.
Oh,
I
okay. You're
never.
saying what extent are you going? What extent do you go
Yeah. So
when you're
that's what
with
I was
someone?
gonna ask you. So do you think everything that she has done, the girl is crazy? Do you think like some of it is like I might have did that?
No,
Younger years,
because
I definitely
anytime
would
I've been
have.
cheated on, I've never felt the need to talk to the girl because you're my nigga. And
True.
even when I found those messages, I didn't bother to say anything to her. My problem is with you because you're my boyfriend. I never, and even after the fact, like I
So
knew
even if
exactly
you
who she
wanted to stay
was.
with him, you didn't think that you should. So if you wanted to stay with him, like let's say you don't think there should have been a conversation,
If I wanted to stay with him, like
like
after finding
immediately
out he had
after,
a kid,
immediately
Mm-hmm.
during the same time, like it's all this happening and you know
Yeah.
you're gonna stay with him. Do you go talk to him? Because I don't know. Because I'm with you. Like that girl ain't do nothing to me. I don't see why. Now on the other hand, with the love and marriage Huntsville people, I mean, you done been his girlfriend for 3 years. I don't see myself not saying asking about you, like
Yeah.
trying to talk,
Mm-hmm.
or I
Mm-hmm.
honestly I don't see myself coming at you with that rah rah because you obviously know me. I don't know you, so
Right.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like I could right now, I'll say that I don't think I would need or have the desire to have a full on conversation, whether it's face to face, on the phone, FaceTime, with someone that my man was cheating with.
know.
What do I have to say
Mm-hmm.
to you?
I agree. If you're just my boyfriend,
Well, I guess I'm a weak bitch.
if I'm trying
Because
to
what
tell
would you want to
people
say?
else,
I mean, well, I didn't necessarily have a conversation with her. I mean, we had a conversation, but it wasn't one of those kind of conversations. I knew that nigga was gonna lie, and I wanted to know information. And some people would be like, "Well, why did you want to know? Like, what is it gonna do? You know, he cheated." I wanted to. I'm sorry. I'm one of those people. I want to know it all, so I can throw it in your face. I want to know it all. I want to know
yeah.
every single detail. I want to know when it was. I want to know if we were on good terms or bad terms because sorry sorry to break it to you, it does make a difference. Like, and
I
at
don't
that
think that's a
point, we
bad thing
were
though.
on quote unquote good terms, and it was he did that right before I had came to his apartment, and I was like all lovey dovey, so that made it even worse. Like I was just like,
But no, I don't
you
think
have
anything is
me.
wrong with that. Like you wanting to like collect information, that's cool. I'm just me from a personal standpoint of like me trying to figure you out, figure out why you
Oh
did
yeah,
what
no,
you
I
did.
just
Like
wanted information from
I'm
the
not
girl.
interested
Yeah,
to hear
yeah,
anything
agreed.
you really have to say.
I'm not having no sit downs. We're not doing dinner. I'm not listening to you woman as woman because like you don't owe me any loyalty. I just want to I genuinely just want the facts. I just want to know when it happened, how it happened, all that kind of stuff. So I can come to him correct with information because we all know niggas lie.
See, that's
I
it.
want to
I
be
don't
able
think
to
I
come
would
with
know. I don't think.
and a CC. That's what I'm saying. Like I can understand why someone wouldn't want to know. That
Let me not say I
I
don't think I would.
totally understand.
Let me not say want to know. I just don't think I would care to
You
know.
wouldn't go the lengths of asking her.
Yeah, because by that point, my decision is already made. I told you, when I make decisions, I have to hurry up and act on the decision.
Which makes
But,
sense. Yes.
but
For
then it's
yes,
going.
yes, yes.
Once I start getting all up
Mm-hmm.
in here, we gonna be going back for days. So I just have to
Right,
hurry up and make the
exactly.
decision. And at that point, either I'm staying or I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever
No,
she
that
says,
totally,
I'm
I
totally going
totally
to
get that.
do it.
Yeah.
No, I
She was
definitely get
able
both.
to allow me to get all the information and to be like,
Yeah, yeah. I don't
the
know.
call is coming from the room, sir.
I'll say
And
so
that's the
far.
thing. I could have gotten information like because the only reason I found out was because my friend sent me a picture of him at his baby shower and she personally knew the girl. So I could have
Mm-hmm.
easily been like,
Right.
get all this information for me so I can figure out
Mm-hmm.
timelines and dates and like all this. But by that point, it was like,
You
well,
were far removed from that
it's above
relationship.
But
it's above
I've been
me.
Yeah.
well, I never had like a man like my boyfriend get a bitch pregnant. But like my first boyfriend when he cheated on me, honey, I didn't. I still to this day I have not talked to that girl. I don't want to know because guess what?
I don't want to know.
Because when they called themselves boyfriend and girlfriend, guess what I was doing? Still fucking them, and I ain't give a fuck. Okay, so
Listen.
so that, but then with these, like with this, what's wrong with a Bob? Exactly. So then with this one, she just is volunteering information to me, and I feel honestly, I feel like she wants. I don't know what she wants me to
She
think.
wants to be. She wants to get the last laugh.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
different.
That's honestly, that's what I feel like. She just
That's
wants me
very
to leave
different.
him alone to open a space up for her, and I'm just like, girl, the space is open. That's why I feel like
Like,
she's
it's
coming from,
fine.
and I
Take the nigga.
genuinely do. I am sticking around. I have decided that I'm sticking around to find out because I'm nosy.
Yeah,
but,
I want to
Okay.
know. I ain't even go hold you. I want to know. Is you
but
the pappy?
Nosy.
but it's not necessarily changing my
Makes
decision.
me
And there's honestly,
nosy.
and there's nothing she can say to change my decision that I've already
Yeah.
made. So it's just like you could have
Per.
kept it. I prefer the other way. Don't talk to me. Like, what
I
is,
totally get
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
what is you
I
telling
don't want to
me
hear
this,
it.
this, and this, and this, and this have to do for me?
Do
Nothing.
exactly. What is that gonna do? I think it's. I'm not even gonna lie. I think when stuff like that happens, it's more so it's like because you can't fathom or you can't believe like something like that is happening to you in that moment. So you're. It's. I don't want to say you're justifying, but you're trying to find a way to make sense of it all. Like how could it possibly have happened?
And
So
I
you're
would
trying to find out what was going on during that time. Did I do something? It's like when it's like subconsciously. I'm not saying I never blame myself.
yeah.
Absolutely not. Never was that bitch. I didn't blame myself because I did not tell you to eat that bitch coochie. I did not do that.
That's
No,
still
that was not
embarrassing
me.
to this day. That's
It's
embarrassing.
very fucking embarrassing. You should be
I do think that
embarrassed.
that's the biggest feeling after being cheated on. It's not anger for me. It's confusion. I'm
It's just,
It's
confused.
very much
okay,
confusion
I
because
can
these
get
niggas be
that.
lying. They be making you think everything is a-okay and they all here philandering.
Okay, and I
9 times out of 10, it's when your relationship was good when these
yeah,
niggas was cheating.
and see that's what I'm saying because like I told you, we friends. Yes, we was going out and hanging out, but we were friends, and we never had that kind of relationship where we would just lie to each other and lie about this and lie about
Mm-hmm.
that. So if you wanted to be with somebody else,
You could have said that.
you could have just said that, and then we would have acted accordingly. That's all
They
I'm saying.
don't.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
He
I
was
would
too afraid of what your response would be. He felt
He was
like
too afraid that you were
if
gonna
he was
stop fucking with
honest, you
him.
would pull
I
yourself away
probably
from him,
would have.
and that's not what he
Exactly.
wanted. That's
That's what
Just
it
like
is.
just like I've been
never what
done.
they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Niggas think about that stuff and niggas want their cake and they want to eat it too. So they think about it. If I tell her this, granted we've been honest this entire time. If I tell her this, it's a possibility that she gonna stop fucking with me. Why would I want to have less
But
bitches?
and you see, and
Boom.
it's not because he was dealing with her. It's because okay, you want to be having unprotected sex out here. That's not the life I want to live.
That's not gonna
I'm
work
like,
for
fuck
me.
that. That's not what I want to do. So you're right. I'm gonna
Right.
piece up out that situation.
Deuces.
If you want to have all the bitches in the world, that's
Girl.
okay with you. Maybe I'm
Cool.
comfortable with being one of your bitches. Maybe I'm not. But what I am uncomfortable with is you not being safe, and then thinking you gonna come over
Right.
here.
And then trying to bring that dick over here to me. Don't
That's
bring that dirty dick over here. I can't do nothing with that.
That is when
I can't
I
do
had
nothing with that.
never been happier
like
Can't do
to be
nothing
a
with a
virgin.
dirty dick.
I was like, thank you,
literally.
God. You were a fit for real. Because listen, I would have been
So
somewhere
glad I'm a
sliding
virgin.
down a wall had I
Yeah.
got something or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And you talking about the condom broke. Looking back at the time, I wasn't so condom knowledgeable as I am right now. That condom
Niggas be
didn't break.
lying. That is the
You
oldest
wrong. Because
fucking.
these condoms don't be breaking.
They
These
don't give
condoms don't break. I'm
a
sorry. Like, if we keeping it a buck, if we're looking at the
a good
science of it all,
I didn't
yeah.
know that
first of all, we
then.
already
I know
know
that
that
now.
magnums, that shit doesn't exist. That was just marketed towards black man because racism. So y'all saying the condoms didn't fit, it broke. No, I can fit my fucking elbow in that bitch and it works perfectly fine. So shut the fuck up. Your dick ain't that big.
Period.
Like you using old dusty condoms and it possibly broke because that shit's dry as the fucking Sahara. Okay, then cool.
Oh
But
God.
why are you using old? There's nothing in it. But why is you using old dusty condoms? Like, I'm sorry. Like that's a yo bad,
That's
and
also
I'm not here to
really
be here for the old bads
yeah.
because you want to fuck bitches with old condoms.
Yeah.
No,
So that's my
you got me
craziest.
fucked up.
But the gag is the table's about to turn because now we about to have to tell on ourselves.
Yeah.
You're
I'm gonna
right.
practice this by
We should have told on ourselves first so we could end it off on
And then
the
we should have ended it with them niggas.
yeah. But we
God
here
damn.
now.
Gosh darn it.
I'm gonna
Okay, so What did you say? My
No,
bad.
She didn't ask the question yet.
I was gonna no.
No, she was
I
getting
was
ready to say
gonna give
something.
this
Yeah.
disclaimer. Since I was gonna be the first one to go, I was just like to give this disclaimer. Anything we have done to them, they deserved. It was
They
not
deserved.
unwarranted. It was after
100%.
all
It
of
was
these.
never unprovoked.
It was after all these negative things you just heard they've done to us. So in
Literally.
our defense, it was self defense. We just had to defend
That was
ourselves.
a great disclaimer because I've never done these things to a nigga unprovoked.
Nope.
Never. I've cheated on a nigga before, yes, but I've never just cheated on a nigga because I just felt like it because I woke up and was like, yeah, let me cheat
That's
on
not in
this
my
nigga.
character.
No, that's not. I can't do that. But have I cheated? Did I cheat on a nigga because that nigga was playing in my face? Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Am I that same woman? No, I wouldn't do that now. But am I gonna fault 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20-year-old Tasia? The fuck? Hell no. I
Nope.
was a fucking child. I was gonna get my lick back regardless. And I didn't give a fuck. Okay. So the next question is craziest thing that you have done to
All
a
right.
man.
Wait, it's not a lie.
The craziest thing we have done. I
No,
thought the
lie
last.
is the last one. Lie
Okay,
is the
let's do the
last one.
craziest
Sorry.
thing that I have done. So the craziest thing I had done, let's run back. I was probably like 19 years old. When you 19, you learn
Mind you, we're all 25, 26.
25.
This is
We're about
senior
to be
shit now.
26 this year. I'll be 26 in like
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yes.
So, when you in college, you got your man in your little apartment, dorm room, whatever you was in. It was a dorm, but it was like the apartment style dorm, so I had my own room.
Apartment style dorm.
Yeah. So we up in there. I don't know what we were talking about, but whatever the hell he had just said deserved a smack. Okay? Now me. I was winded up. He was sitting on
Wind it
my bed.
up.
He
Wind
was
it
in his
up.
bed. I want to say he was on some kind of school break. So he was at his desk doing some work that he had to do. I was about to slap the hell out of him. Like, he was going to get slapped into next week. The next, I couldn't even slap. I couldn't even make my hand couldn't connect because he turned around to protect himself. And then I had a gash in my hand from here all the way to here. Like,
Oh, yes, I remember that. Yes.
it's
Was
all
it
here.
scissors or a pencil or
It was
something?
a
That's
pencil.
sick.
It was a
It
pencil.
was
A
a
long
pencil.
pencil went from here all the way up
Mm-hmm.
here, and I was just bleeding everywhere, and I had to go to the hospital.
Yes, I remember that.
I had to go to
Yes,
the
I do
hospital.
remember that.
All because
Mm-mm.
Because I want to say she called me or was texting me while she was there.
and
I
I had
can't remember.
my hand was fucking open, and I had to get stitches in my
Mm-hmm.
hand. All because I couldn't keep my hand to
Mm-mm.
myself.
Listen, we have Tasia
Yeah.
knows. Tasia, speaking of,
Yeah. 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 Let me just, what's going on? Okay. What was the question? What was the craziest thing I did?
craziest
Oh,
thing.
yeah. Me and this nigga, we had gotten into an argument. And the thing is, like, back then, I was a toe for toe type of bitch. You say something to me, oh, I'm gonna go harder. You try to crack jokes, and then the fact was like we were around other people. We had like a date night. Morgan was there. It was like a couple's theme.
Oh,
We had a little date,
yeah.
situation. We were playing games, and I feel like now you're trying to embarrass me. You're trying
Yeah,
to
he
embarrass me
definitely
in front of my
was.
friends.
He was saying like
And the
super
thing
hurtful
is,
things.
yeah, and the thing is, like I've mentioned in past episodes, oh, you back then, you say something hurtful, I'm gonna go 10 times harder to make you cry because
But
we're not about to
sometimes
do
you be
that.
stretching the truth when you do that.
No, but at this point, I was telling all truths. Morgan knew the things that I was saying was very much truthful. I wasn't when I say those things, like when I'm angry. The thing about me, anger me, she don't lie.
No, you lied on me. It wasn't the whole truth. It was a
All
lie.
right, all right, all
Are
right.
you?
It was a lie.
Y'all can go to Dr.
Well,
Phil.
I was also intoxicated, so I might have. My memory be a little shot. I need to take my vitamins, so I probably in my mind, that was the reality, and that's why I said it the way I said it. But for this nigga, that was very much the truth, and I was letting him have it because you trying to play me because you mad about a fucking game. Oh, I'm gonna play you harder. So we was going back and forth, and I said all types of shit. Threw a Christmas tree at him because why the fuck do you still have this Christmas tree up? It's well past Christmas. The fuck? Because I think at this time, guess where he was staying at an apartment. This was the time when I came to visit. I came to visit in October. Why do you still have a Christmas tree?
Wait a minute. He had a
It was
Christmas tree
October.
from
No,
the year
wait.
before.
I don't think this was one of those times because
Was it the
I
same time?
know
Oh
that
well, shit. Maybe
because
this shit's
you were
mixing.
staying on campus because if you
No,
remember,
so the time I'm talking about is when I was getting ready to bleach. This is when he was staying at the
right, in
Standard, and
that
I threw the
same
meat.
night.
The Standard, I wasn't at LSU anymore. I was back home, and I came to visit. And I know I came to visit in October
No, okay,
because
but
you
listen,
guys.
this is how I knew, right? Because this
Uh huh.
night when all that happened,
Oh wait, Standard. Hold on,
I
wait. I
was
gotta think about it.
waiting for you. You said you was
Yeah,
about
yeah,
to
yeah,
pack
yeah.
your
That's when
stuff, and
you
I was like, "I'm gonna take you to
and
your
you were
dorm."
with S. So this
Yeah, and
had to
it
have
was
been.
us, K and N, and I was waiting on
Mm-hmm.
you because I was like, "I'm gonna drive you to
Yes.
your dorm. You're not gonna walk." And
Oh,
then I
okay. So I
came
was
in
in
there,
school. Oh, okay,
and
okay.
she was
See, I
laid
couldn't
up.
remember. I couldn't remember. I just remembered the Christmas tree, so I just assumed it was when I came to
Yeah, this
visit.
was
Okay,
all.
but
It was
either
a
way,
very explosive night. But go
so it
ahead.
was freshman year. Freshman year, because that's why I didn't think it was freshman year
No,
because they were at the Standard, and he moved to the Standard.
but you had a dorm. You were on
I
campus because
did.
the only reason I was
So maybe
there
that
was
was
to drive
second.
you to your
Oh, it
dorm.
must have been second. That makes more sense then. Second semester, sophomore year, because second semester starts after Christmas.
Mhm.
That makes more sense. Okay, boom. So I'm like, I threw the fucking Christmas tree. Didn't give a fuck because you
LSU
trying to play
helmet
with
and
me
a
on my
steak.
top. It was a mini Christmas tree. It wasn't a big Christmas. It was a
Don't
mini
forget
Christmas
the
tree,
steak.
and I threw it. And then also we started to get rah rah rah, and then I went to that freezer and I threw some frozen meats at him. Yes, I did. Sure did. And then, like I said, he kept going and he kept trying to be funny. He kept really trying to press me in front of company. Like, why are you doing all that? Yes, this is our friends, but why is you doing all that?
Yeah.
Okay, I got something for your ass. So I remember everybody was in the living room and I ducked off. You know me, I can be very stealth.
I was like,
I
it's too
ducked
quiet
off.
in there.
And I don't know if they maybe thought I was in the bathroom. I just know by this time he had 2 closets. I took everything out of each closet, threw it on the floor, grabbed the PlayStation, because the other one might have been somewhere else. Maybe both of them was on the floor. I just know PlayStations was on the ground with the clothes in a big pile. I remember I went to the bathroom, went to go grab the bleach. Oh, it was about to be a fucking massacre. It was about to go crazy in there. And saved by the bell. One of my friends came in there because she was like, "Sounds not right." She's been in the bathroom. Maybe I told you I was going to the bathroom. I don't fucking know. But
No, you
like I
just
said, it
left.
was yeah,
And
maybe
then
I
I
was like,
noticed she was
I need
gone
to
too
cool
long, and I was
down.
like, where does little girl at?
And then one of our friends came in, and when I say he was saved by the bell, I had the bleach bottle. It was tilted. She came in right before the bleach started to drip. And when I say I was getting ready to paint that room with bleach, the rain was getting ready. It was getting ready to get painted. Okay, it was splatter, 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 and I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care what got in the way of the bleach. Everything was gonna get bleached. If your walls, your ceilings, your window, your clothes, your PlayStation, all that shit. And she came in there and she grabbed it and she said, "Tasia, no." And I said, "He got me fucked up."
I'm praying
Did
for
you hear
anybody
him?
who was involved in
You
y'all
know
argument.
what this thing just said? So that was the craziest shit I've ever done. I almost bleached a nigga's clothes, PlayStation. I almost fucked up his
All
entire
his
life with
belongings.
bleach.
I'm
All he
sorry
had
That
for
to
was the
his
craziest.
name.
anybody who was not them, who was
I've been a
involved in
victim.
the argument stuff. Cause I don't know what to say, y'all, but that was the most
I
traumatizing
agree. That was very traumatizing.
stuff. Girl,
Not
what?
only for me, but for everyone involved.
Yeah,
That's extremely
I'm
traumatizing.
not even talking about for you. Fuck you. You was doing it too. Girl, you was in it.
No,
When you
it was traumatizing for me. It was traumatizing for me.
I'm not denying
But
that.
it was also traumatizing for everyone because I was subjecting my friends, people that I care about, to that behavior, which I would never want my friends to
Okay,
ever be
up
in
at 6
situations where
a.m.
niggas are acting crazy.
Up at 6 a.m. arguing. I'm tired. The sun is coming out.
Oh, I sure am sleepy.
Child, I was like, whatever. I have Snapchat footage to this day. I'm seeing Rihanna and the sun coming up behind me. Like we just
Yes.
outside chilling on the games. But okay, so for me, I have an honorable mention before I get to the actual craziest. The honorable mention craziest thing I did was when the same guy had a baby on me, I hacked his Twitter. So when I found out he had a child, I did not bother to like let him know that I knew. I just was like, whatever. I hacked his Twitter. Well, I really am a hacker. Black girls in tech.
Black women in tech.
I hacked his Twitter and put something like on his header, like I'm a dad, like I'm a father, something like that. And that was it. And he eventually found it and changed it, but without saying a word to me. But it was like, yeah, I know. I'm very aware.
Damn.
And I would say the craziest thing I've done is okay. The craziest thing I've done to a man was be in a relationship with him and tell him that I am intentionally falling for somebody else in his face because that's what I was
Damn.
doing.
Yeah, that is crazy.
I At this point he had cheated and I was trying to figure out what exactly I wanted to do. Like I took him back with full intentions of ruining his life. But I wasn't quite sure like how I was going to do it or what exactly my plan was. But I knew that in order to really execute a great vision and a great plan, I was going to have to take him back. So I took him back and I'm plotting and I'm plotting and I'm thinking and I'm thinking. And in this time, I accidentally meet my next boyfriend, who I don't know is my next boyfriend at the
Not
time.
accidentally.
We literally met like the next week. And I was like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep talking to this man, let them know about each other, and
Boom.
do that. Like I listen, I told him I was like, okay, when I met the new guy, I told him like day 3 because I noticed that we had like great chemistry. We got along great and it was just like I had never clicked with a guy like that before. And I wanted to be honest. I was like, listen, I'm in a relationship, but he cheated and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do about it, pretty
Right.
much. And I was like, we can be
Don't give a
friends while I'm
fuck.
trying to figure it out. He said, okay. I'm like, okay, cool. Then we start getting closer. And I'm like, now, wait a minute. I'm starting to like it.
Oh no, I'm getting
I was
feelings.
like, that's it. I'm about to, I knew what I was going to do. So I went to my boyfriend and I was like, I'm not happy. You don't make me happy. Well, I was like, there's good news and there's bad news. I was like,
Oh,
I'm not happy
yikes.
and you don't make me happy. And he was like, what's the good news? I said, I found somebody that does make me happy. And I said, I'm going to keep talking to him and I'm going to keep going on dates with him and you can stay if you want, but I'm going to be with him. And he said, I'm going to fight for you. Okay.
Okay.
Um, and from that day, I would leave every
Crazy.
weekend to go on dates in New Orleans because the other dude was in New Orleans. I would be on FaceTime with him while I was in the same bed as my boyfriend. We would be on FaceTime when me and my boyfriend were in the car, and he would be on Bluetooth, and he would be super petty and play Don't by Bryson Tiller so that he could hear it
Don't.
over my car speakers. Like, I remember he got into a car accident, and I was, like, so sad all day, and then my boyfriend asked me what's wrong, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, he got into a car accident." Like,
Blank got into a car accident.
I'm
Mm.
so sad.
I'm so sad.
And
I'm so sad.
I didn't feel bad at all. To this day, I do not feel bad. And I just think I'm not upset that it happened that way because I was honest. I told you.
You did. You told him to, if you want
I'm
to stick
talking
around.
to another person. I am dealing with another person. You're watching me fall in love in front of your face. And you stupid enough to stay? That's not
How are
on
you
me.
not embarrassed?
How are you? And he
That
would
is
cry. When I
embarrassing.
say like boo-hoo cry, like snot coming out his nose, he would sit there and cry and be like,
I
I
don't ever
want
want
you
to
to
see no
stop
shit like
talking to
that.
Me
this other
either.
guy. And he
Wait,
was like,
let's be at the altar. Meet me at the altar.
In
how
your
can I
white
have a
dress.
real chance to make you happy if you don't stop talking to so and so? And I was like, I'm
You
not gonna
know.
stop. I'm not gonna stop. And I
Nah.
think they almost met.
They did. And I will
And
never forget
it
that.
came to a head. I went to go volunteer with Tasia and our other friend at the dog center or whatever. And new guy. By this point, I had broken up with
Jorge.
Jorge, over text message while I was in public speech. I was like, it was just a random Tuesday. I was like, you know what? Like, I'm tired of carrying this on. Like, I just want to go on and like get into my new relationship because I'm dragging this at this point. I was like, I don't want to do this no more. We're broken up pretty much. And that was that.
You're
And
funny. Y'all are
I
funny as
told,
hell.
I told new guy, I texted him, I was like, guess what?
I'm
I'm
single.
single. And he was like, do you need time? Time for what?
No, why would I need time, babe? Time was
I've,
already had 2 months ago.
I've already healed.
If I detached, healed, and I'm attached to you, babes. Come on, I don't
Let's
need
get
time.
this ball rolling.
What are we talking
So
about?
basically, this specific day, my new boyfriend would come to town, like, you know, every week to come see me. And old boyfriend texted me saying he was coming to get his stuff. And they text me at the same time. I told Tasia we gotta go because they
Yeah,
about to be at my apartment.
yeah.
So it was crazy because they kept texting me like getting closer, almost there. Then they ended up getting there before I got there and parked right
Because
by
I
each
think our
other.
other friend had drove. Because I
Yeah,
remember being in the car and sitting, and they were parked, and I remember us in her car, and you were
just like
texting us, telling us, and we were just like,
watching. And like crazy thing, like they got there at the same time and parked right by each other, and they're texting me saying like, I basically think I see the other person. Jorge texting me like, I think I see so and so. New boyfriend texting me like, I think I'm by this nigga, and I'm like, oh God, please,
things got wicked.
please. And Jorge was like, oh, I'm about to get out and
I'm about
see.
to go out and talk
And
to
I
him.
texted new boyfriend. I said, he said he about to come knock on the window, and he said if he knock on that window, I'm beating him because he was
He
upset
gave you a
about the
concussion.
he was
He
upset
gave
that
you a
I got a
concussion.
concussion and like all that because I told him about all that. So
Mm-hmm.
if that man would have tapped on that window, he would have known something.
You should have told him,
And
man, I
so
don't want my man to fight.
right, and then I asked Jorge, I was like, how do you know it's him? He was like, well, you told me what kind of car he had when you were so sad about him being in a car accident. I said, oops, I did, huh? I sure
Damn.
did.
I him reading
And
you.
so it was just very chaotic. I finally got there. He came upstairs to get his stuff, and my new boyfriend, Jordan's, was on the floor. And he wanted to knock my head between the washer and the dryer. He said, whose shoes are those? And I said, you know whose shoes those are? My
You already
boyfriend.
know. Stop being
He was
stupid.
like, I know he outside. Tell him I need to talk to him because he's remember when he said he's only going to have you for a little while until you're walking down the aisle to me?
Right.
Are you
Right.
delirious? We're not getting married. Stupid.
That's crazy.
And yeah, I was a little scared because he was a little crazy. Like, and that's why my new boyfriend kept texting me like everything good up there, like, you know, and then
He was
Kayla,
checking on you because the niggas already been known to
yeah,
knock your head through
Tasia
a
downstairs,
fucking
he's like,
washer and a
everything
dryer.
good up there, everything cool, because he was taking a little while to leave. Like, he would not leave my apartment. But yeah, okay, I think we're down to the last question.
Yes, we are. Okay, so the next question is the crazy lie that you've
Mine's
told.
stupid.
The craziest lie that you've told.
Okay, the craziest lie.
Jametra?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sorry.
Well, okay.
Mhm.
You said it, and I was like, I was already stopped talking. So the
You
craziest
were,
lie
yeah, I had said it, yeah. Mhm.
once again with my two boyfriends. At one point, they may have overlapped.
I want to be like Jametra when I grow up. I want to have so many niggas.
And not claim none of them.
Only have
There's,
two.
right, literally, she don't even got to claim them and they still be like so excited.
Only have
Teach
two.
me your ways. Can you have a webinar?
I only had two. Y'all have way more niggas.
Okay, well, I had 0.
That's the thing. No,
Well,
okay.
Morgan's had 1. I've had 0. So kind of we've gone in like
One what?
order, sequential.
Boyfriend?
Okay,
You've had a nigga where you were honest with him, telling him that you had other niggas, Jorge,
I think
and
the
you know
main
you had
thing
other niggas.
I think the main thing is back then I was just cool with
Never
them.
happened.
Like, you know, like these are people, both of them, literally both of them. One was my friend from when we were like, you know, and then the other one was also my friend. We just started.
I need to step my coochie up.
All right.
Now we
Relax.
And I also think
That's what she said.
It is because we were friends, and like both of them, we both started off as friends. Like it was a platonic friendship, and then it just wasn't. And I also
Kinda,
think I came in with I told them like I'm a hoe. I don't want y'all like that. Especially the second one. I told him I was like, listen, my man is over here. He acting a little bit crazy, so I'm right here with you. But
like
don't.
Still my man.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like, so especially
Don't get it twisted.
I'm
That's
like,
still my nigga.
listen, I that honestly, I think what's got me so split is that I told them that I'm a hoe. That makes them excited to think they can change me.
I told you niggas love hoes. This is
So
a
would you
theory.
consider that your craziest lie?
Niggas
Or
love hoes.
No, it's not a lie. It's the truth, and
No,
there
it
I
wasn't.
think.
Like, she was telling the
what's your
truth.
craziest lie though?
Oh, I was
Sorry.
getting to that. I
Oh,
was
sorry.
I
I thought you were
interrupted
saying
her.
that
My
that was
yeah,
your
bad.
lie.
No, I interrupted her.
yeah, because I was gonna say it includes both of them. So like I was just saying before, the second guy, I told him like, listen, honey, I like you. You fun. We have so much fun together. Even to this day, I thought we literally have so much fun together. When we together,
How do you
it's
guys
gonna
have
be
so much
a
fun
good
together?
time.
Does he have a brother?
Let her talk.
Sorry. Okay.
So I told him, I was like, listen, I like this other guy. This is who I want to be with. We ain't together right now, but that's who I want to be with. So one day, the guy who I wanted to be with, he lived in a different city. This was back when we were in Athens. He lived somewhere else. And so me and the guy who we had so much money together, my friend, we was in my room. If you walked in there and you seen us, what did it look like?
Yeah.
It
That's
made
your friend, though.
yeah.
Get the fuck. Get the fuck out of
And
here.
it appeared like what y'all was doing. Like that would have raised your question.
Yeah.
So what y'all was doing? So also another thing, in my apartment, we didn't lock our doors. Like it just wasn't a thing. We ain't had nothing in there that we assumed people wanted.
Was this when you were living with the gray girls, or was this when you was living with
The gray girls.
white people, white girls?
Yeah. Yeah, this is my actual apartment.
Okay, that even makes even more sense. Yeah,
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 this
yeah.
is my
Mm-hmm.
actual apartment. So I was living with people who
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. Like they were random roommates.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we all agreed. Like honestly, we all had our niggas in and out of the house. So and we all
Right, exactly. I was like,
and
especially
we
during that time, it's just
yeah,
like
and we all
our
agreed that
men be coming in and out. They don't
yeah,
got keys.
yeah,
Leave the
and we
door
all
unlocked.
right.
Yeah.
And we all agreed, like, honey, when we walk out of here, we the best thing smoking out of this apartment. So if they want anything out of this motherfucker, they can have it. So we didn't live our apartment, so me and a new guy, we just laying in the bed. I don't remember if we had done anything or not. I don't remember
Probably
what we
so.
were doing, but we were laying in the bed. Next thing I know, my door opens, and I'm like, fake sleep.
This big brolic man comes in.
Because both of the niggas are big. Well, one is big. The new guy is bigger than the old guy. Because the old guy is
Yeah.
smart.
But they're
He's
like
tall.
in general, they're big. They're big
Yeah,
niggas. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So my line was that. What are you talking about? We're just taking a nap. This is my friend. That's what I said.
I know you lying.
My ass would have been like, he is gay. He don't even like coochie.
I ain't say that.
Crazy.
I ain't say that because he
I'm not
presented.
gonna lie, I would have said some shit like that.
He
He
closed
don't
his
even like
eyes.
women.
Like he closed his eyes. He was knocked out, fake sleep. And I was like, "What are you talking about? We were just asleep. It's just been a long day. We just damn.
It's
We
just
just
been a
coming up
long
here to
day.
relax."
Why has it been a long day,
Just
sister?
lying. Just a lie.
What was y'all doing? Why was it such a
I don't
long
remember
day
what
that
we
this thing
were
is
doing.
knocked out
That's the
next
thing. I
to
wish I
you?
remember what we had
She's
done that
crazy.
day, but I don't remember. But I
She
just
said,
remember.
it's just been a long day.
I was like, "Oh my god!" He didn't because normally he say when he's coming, it's like a whole planned thing. I can make time. I put my other friends in this box, and
Exactly.
then I go back to my friends. So,
Right.
like it's
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, he didn't
I
allow
was
that.
gonna go
He
street,
didn't. He
and
said, I'm going to pop up.
then my whole and because I knew him for a long time, I never had to tell him like, oh, I'm a hoe. I never gave him that lie. So he told me that, and he was like, "You're fucking disgusting."
Hmm.
You're the last person to be talking.
Little, I just
I
said,
might be.
Clear the era.
I
Clear the
think all I said
era.
was, "Oh, okay, so you done?"
Is you
But
finished or are you done?
he wasn't done. I just
Of
told,
course, they never.
I just told the
They
new nigga,
fucking
I was like,
yap.
"Oh, I'll call you tomorrow," and then the other nigga was back.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
A villain. Jaw to jaw.
What was the question again? Oh, what's the
Craziest.
craziest thing I've done?
Oh my. Yes. No. Craziest
No,
lie.
Lie.
craziest lie I've told. The craziest lie I've told was this is even really more. Yeah, it's like a
If,
two-parter. I was lying
if
to my nigga and I was lying to my friends. Well, not even. It's not the crazy part. Wasn't me lying to my friends. It was the crazy part was my friends was lying for me. They was on my campaign. I mean, as they should
because
be, because I'm right
that's
out.
why the craziest part that you were lying to us because you had us lying on your behalf when we didn't know the whole
Yeah.
story. We couldn't
That's the
adequately.
thing. They were lying on my behalf. So like, this is like a nigga. This is my boyfriend at the time. This is my ex boyfriend or whatever, and he found out that I was like having conversations with another nigga. You know, women deny. So I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, it's not even. And granted, what I was saying to him wasn't necessarily a lie. Like, yes, our conversations were inappropriate in the sense that I didn't shut it down. But me, I even went back to the messages. I never said anything inappropriate to the man. He
That's
100%.
debatable.
I would
That's
say, I
debatable.
was okay, hold on, wait. I would say the one thing that I said that was inappropriate was like, I wish we had more time together, or I wish that we didn't end the way that we did. But like months after everything happened, when everything blew up, I was just like, he, you're so funny. I wasn't shutting it down per se. So
Mm-hmm.
that's disrespectful to some people. Which I mean, if the shoe were on the other foot, it would be very disrespectful. Because why you ain't telling that bitch you got somebody else? Like the fuck is wrong with you? I could slap the shit out of both of y'all. So like I get it. I 100% get it. But like that's what I was just saying. Like in my mind at that time, I didn't think I was really doing anything too bad. Like yeah, I wasn't shutting him down, but I wasn't telling him that I want to fuck him. I love him. That I miss him so much. Those kind of things. I was just kind of a kiki with what he was saying. I mean, what he was saying was good shit, and I was just like, I mean, duh, I get it. And so I was telling my friends like, this nigga, he just around. He just be texting me. He be telling me all these things. He told me that he loved me and all this stuff. But I wasn't telling them that I was also just like, okay. So when my nigga that I was dealing with, well, my boyfriend at the time, he saw those messages and my friends were all in the same vicinity. He was like, I bet you she ain't tell you that she been texting this nigga still. She said she blocked him. She ain't blocked him. She been talking to him. She been saying all this stuff. She said that she missed what they had. She said this and this and this. And I told them at the time, I told them that this nigga was saying this stuff to me. But what I didn't tell them that I was just kind of like,
And see, that's not the lie
yes.
that got me. The lie that got me, he I don't know if you know this because I don't remember that I told you this, but he pulled out a note that you had written, and
To
he
the guy.
no to him.
Or to him. Yes, yes. Because I remember, yes, I basically, okay. When I wrote the note, I was genuine in it. I did apologize. I felt bad for what I did because I knew the faults in what I did. Like, yes, I was wrong for texting this thing. I may not have, verbatim said, like, I miss you. I want to be with you. You my nigga, blase, blase. But what I was doing was inappropriate for someone that was in a
Wait a
relationship,
minute, wait a
100%.
minute. I think I may have a bone to pick with you. So you knew that. Then after the fact, you let me read those messages that I had nothing about, knew nothing about. So you,
Well, because I didn't think that was ever going to get that far. I didn't think that she was ever going to have to read those messages.
literally,
So,
I didn't
Jametra's
know.
Man.
correct. I had wrote him a message apologizing for like the things that I did because I knew like that's fucked up. Yes, I might not have been telling this nigga like I wasn't reciprocating his energy because like I said, I can go back to the messages now and he could tell you, like if I were to bring this nigga on here, he could tell you that a lot of the majority of the situation, I was very much like stiff on him. I was just very nonchalant and I would say like, yeah, whatever, nigga. Like I wasn't lovey dovey to an extent where it would be so outright where people were like, oh, you're cheating. But I also wasn't saying, no, you can't say that type. Like, I got a man. Like, why did you talk about my nigga like that? Like, the fuck is wrong with you? So I understood and I wrote him an apology and it was a note. Yes, I did. I was very much a simp ass bitch. And I wrote a note. And I was
He
like,
did it
I
a note.
apologize for the things that I've done. And he read it to her. I
I
ain't tell
was
my
like,
friends that
"Well,
because I'm a gangster.
no, no, no,
I'm a
no, no."
gangster
He
bitch.
said, he was like,
I'm gonna tell my friends that I'm out here in my feelings. So that was her first time seeing that shit. She was like, what the fuck is going on here? So it was me basically admitting to the faults that I had done. But like, like I just felt bad because like I shouldn't have been doing that. But
that's why
whatever.
words to the
I
wise.
had my friends lying for me and
We've
my
all
friends was
grown.
writing me to the dawn. I said I was on the moon. My friends was like, that bitch is on the moon.
And he listen,
I'd
words
do
to
it
the
again. I'm not
wise.
gonna lie.
You need to tell your friends the whole truth because my nigga was pulling the words that came out of me and was like,
Yeah, I
yeah,
just
Yeah,
feel like
because
if
see,
that were
the
to
only
happen
thing with this
again,
guy,
we need the full story.
yeah, see, I've learned my lesson now. The thing with that nigga, he was reading verbatim, like he was reading messages. And he was like, "You said this, she said this," and it was just like a little whoa, 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 whoa. If it
when
was like some other nigga that wasn't like into like hacking into your shit or whatever, it would have easily worked. But I've learned now,
he
I'm
read
if
me
I'm gonna
telling you how,
lie,
when he read me
I'm gonna
telling
tell
you
my
how to get a
friends.
no, I was like, but I didn't. I'm just go when at first I was like, I was trying to say that I didn't mean it like that, and I was like, I'm gonna just go back downstairs. And I didn't
I'm
mean
okay. Bye. Never mind. I'm gonna go check on Tasia. I think she is a little distressed.
Sick world.
Oh, bye. Okay, Morgan.
He read my whole
Child,
message.
I could tell. I could tell y'all tipsy
Yeah.
because y'all get to ranting. Okay. Wait, we almost had 2 hours. Okay, this is so sick. Okay, mine is gonna
Got
be super.
him.
Mine's gonna be super
Got him.
quick because it's kind of stupid anyway. Basically, the stupid craziest lie I told a guy. I wasn't even like with him. This was like during my savage era where I was very heavy on lies, very heavy on dosing. And I was just meeting a lot of people and talking to a lot of people at the same time. And so I had met this one guy, just random guy. And like when you're getting to meet someone, it's like always the same type of thing. Like they ask you about your life and like
Mm-hmm.
all this. And I just made up a whole new life, like just because I was bored. Like he asked me like where was I from? I told him I was like from I don't know, like Chicago or something. I
You're
told
sick.
him he asked what my parents did. I even lied to say my dad was alive. I told him my dad was like a lawyer or something. I was like, my
Morty.
mom, she works in like tech. I was just saying anything, like just because I just wanted to get the laugh out.
Just for the hell of it.
Yeah, honestly. So
Sick
that's like the
woman.
craziest lie I told in a relationship because
I didn't even tell
I
y'all the craziest lie,
I
but
can't
yeah.
say like the George thing because I was very honest and that's what made it so great. So
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
listen, we've said a lot. Hopefully you guys have laughed.
Right. We don't even need to do
Yes.
it not that complicated today. We're
I'm not even
sorry.
gonna hold y'all. What'd you say? Sorry.
We don't need to do it not that complicated today.
Because I don't have one, so
Okay,
it's
Yeah.
good.
fine.
We had an
I'm about
hour.
to do the word of the week and then we go
Yeah, we're gonna go
out.
straight to the word of the week, and we're gonna outro this bitch. Okay, so what's the word of the week, Morgan?
All right. So today's word of the week is
You
nascent.
didn't do your song.
So
Go
sorry.
back.
If you wanna be smart and you wanna know how to speak, you go to not that complicated for the word of the week. All right, kids.
Yeah.
This week's word is nascent, and it is spelled Nascent. Nascent means coming or having recently come into existence. The actress is now focusing on her nascent singing career. So
Mm.
use this word at
Interesante.
some point as much as you can this week. And remember us
Boom.
because we're just only making our
Per.
listeners better.
Because today
That
was
part. We just want y'all to be more smart. So that has concluded today's episode.
Very
I hope you
chaotic.
guys did enjoy. I hope this sparked some sort of conversation with you and your homeboys, homegirls, gal pals, whatever you may call it. Make sure you are subscribed to us if you are listening on Apple Podcasts. Give us a rating as well. And if you're listening anywhere else, make sure you give us a thumbs up and you are subscribed. Period. Because
Crazy
you want
tale.
to keep up with us. Make sure you also are following us on Instagram and Not That Complicated Pod. And if you ever forget anything, it's always in that bio. So if you
Mhm.
ever forget where we at, it's in that bio. And if you're feeling fancy, make sure you are following the host. You can follow me at Sotasia, SEAUXTEJAH.
And me at 2_ Jametra, Jametra.
And you can follow me on everything at Moashco. That's MOASHCO. You already know, coming through the door, drop it to the flow, about to give you Mo. Period. If you've
Boom.
gotten this far, thank you so much.
Congrats.
Because listen,
We've
they
had
was
longer
ranting.
episodes, so
They
they're
get to
definitely
chatting when they get a little liquor, child. But thank you so much. We love you guys. Make sure you
Friday
tune in
night
next
is
week.
for the wine.
period. Like it's Friday. The fuck? Why wouldn't I be doing nothing else besides getting,
All right,
you
all
know?
right, all right. Thank you guys so much. We'll see y'all next week.
See you next week.
We having a real it in
Deuces.